Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about Clueless, Season 3, Episode 4 and 5, Scream Murray, Scream and Scream Again Murray. I love this Halloween special. It is great. It is a two-parter. It is based on Scream, and I love Scream. Scream was dominating around this time. It reinvigorated the slasher genre, and everybody was wanting a piece of that slasher pie. And so you just constantly saw Scream everywhere in like television shows, trying to be it knockoffs, like you name it. And Clueless did it of all things, and they did it very well, in my opinion. And so, like, this is an underrated show. This was a good show. This was a good cast. It was a great movie. I love both shares. I miss this show. It is not on DVD. It is not on streaming. The only way you can watch it is on YouTube. So I'm not going to spoil much because you can just watch it on YouTube. But you know, this show, it aired first on ABC, then UPN took the rest of the rights from it and aired like, you know, newer episodes that were more like drama filled. And then they repeated everything on Noggin, or the N channel, whatever it was called, that Nickelodeon channel. Not Noggin. Whatever that one Nickelodeon teen type like network channel was. And because of that, some things had to be edited out. So the scene where like Dion like flashes her boobs, you never see them, but you get the impression she's doing it. That gets taken out. Also, when Murray gets like shot, like the dummy Murray, that gets kind of taken out a little bit. And because they had to edit it, because you know it was Nickelodeon and stuff. But other than that, everything else is intact. And so, like, we need this on DVD. But this is probably my favorite episode, probably because of the screen reference and everything. And so, basically, in this episode, it's a Halloween theme episode. And, you know, they don't do many Halloween themed episodes on Clueless. And they rarely do, like, holiday stuff. But when they do it well. Now, what's interesting is that at this time, Rachel Blanchard, I had no idea she was in Are You Afraid of the Dark, the first two seasons, or first two or three. And so this is kind of like a nice little homage to her. And so when watching this episode, it is not a dream sequence. Everything is actually happening. But why is it happening, you ask? Also, my God, they are brutal when making fun of celebrities. Oh my God, like they are brutal back then. They used to make fun of celebrities. But anyways, basically, we have the two girls, Dion and that of Cher, and they have their Halloween costumes on. Dion is Ginger Spice, and Cher is Janet Reno for some reason. And so they're having a good time. They look great in that. Well, Dion looks great in her costume. But the girls get like creeped out. Why? Because somebody is pulling a prank on them outside, or so they think. There's a caller, and the caller is ripping lines straight from Scream, and it even sounds like the Scream dude, but it's not. And so, like, they think is, well, Dion thinks it's Murray, but when Murray shows up, they realize, oh crap, dude, it's not him. So the girls are terrified as they're going through the house. And so, like, it's later revealed to be Sean and Murray pranking them, which pisses the girls off. And Murray makes the reference of that girls can't be scary. And by this time, Dion and Murray are broken up. They've been broken up for at least a season. And so, like, um, they are furious with Murray. So basically, in this first episode, it's less of a Scream vibe, other than the phone calls beginning. Basically, Murray's is tasked with making like a Halloween Palooza type thing at a haunted mansion house, and so he has the house, but he needs the crew to help make it. So he asks Cher, and so Murray cannot get along with the dude named Jason of all things that has to like do the equipment because Murray wants tons and tons of blood and horror and scare, and the man doesn't want to do it and saying Murray is a hack because this is supposed to be for little kids, you know what I'm saying, not like adults or teens. And so Murray is missing that like logic in his head, and so basically him and Murray just can't get along. Well, anyway, by this time, the girls have now changed costumes. They're now hot witches and everything. Much better than what that Janet Reno costume was and stuff. And so, like, a lot of stuff in the haunted house are not working the way it's supposed to. Murray wants the body twitching when the head comes off and all this other crap. Everybody's helping out from school. The coach, the weird cheerleader who thinks she's a werewolf for whatever bizarre reason. And Danny Strong is in this as playing a nerd who's in love with Cher. So he is tasked with finding some electrical stuff and fixing the dummy so it twitches. Well, basically the lights go out and Danny is, not Danny, but whatever his character is called, is now dead with like a knife in the back or something like that. And so Murray is scared, pissless, and everything, to the point where nobody knows who killed this person. So they have a murder mystery on their hand. So the first episode isn't all that screamish, but a little bit. And we get a nice little ending scene with Cher pointing the finger at everybody on the show as to who it could be. And I love the way she does this. This is probably the most Alicia Silverstone Cher she has ever acted in the show. A lot of people criticize her because she didn't act like stupid like the Alicia Silverstone Cher did in the movie. But I like Rachel's portrayal of it and stuff. And so basically we get into the next episode. And in the next episode, it's when it really takes a Scream vibe. It is so meta. Basically, they're just making fun of Scream, but not in a scary movie kind of way. But the second one is my favorite of this two-parter. And so it's Dion being completely out of character, seeming to know all this movie trivia when it comes to horror movies, and is acting super, super meta. By this episode, people are dropping like flies, and people are dying just left and right, and it's scaring everybody, including Murray. And so I've noticed in this episode, the women like Cher and Dion are acting completely out of character. So I'm like, this has to be a dream sequence because they're just acting too weird or they're in on something. So Dion's doing the method thing, not method thing, but the meta thing, and Cher is just being grumpy and almost in a rude kind of way. Like she's just so irritated with Murray, rolling her eyes and everything else, and then she's acting so differently in this episode. And it's a nice like change up for Cher. I like that, but I never understood why she was acting this way, and until I did and everything. And so basically, with everybody dropping left and right, and they're pointing the finger at everybody, and Murray constantly thinking, "Oh no, it's Jason, it's the equipment dude," and it's not him because he later shows up dead. There's a bonehead like detective that's there, and he ends up dead. And so Murray is just scared as there's a killer dressed in like a red poncho with a white mask but kind of like a smiley face on it and a giant butcher knife. And so they don't know who this person is. And I love the screen references when he's on the roof running through the windows, looking at the window, there's the lightning, then he chases off, and it's just like awesome. Cher gets taken. Who's the redhead? Amber gets taken, the coach dies and everything. And so also Sean gets taken. And then so it's like it's only Murray and Dion left. I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. I'm starting to figure out what's going on. If it ain't a dream sequence, then they're trying to get him back. And that's basically what it is. They don't like how he's always pranking them for Halloween. And so like they also don't like the fact that he said girls can't be scary. And so they pranked him and they pranked him good. Because they had Sean as the killer. And Sean was a very convincing killer. I can't remember what Murray said. Something about like yo man, you're my friend. Like I love you like a brother. Something like he's all like you love a dog and everything. And then like Amber and Cher just come out of nowhere and start shooting up like Scream 2 with Gail and Sydney at the end of the movie. I'm just like, okay, something's not right with this episode. But then like I said before, they pranked him and everything. And in this episode, it is revealed because Dion's all like, we can survive this because we're virgins and everything. And Murray's like, crap, dude, I'm gonna die. And Dion's just kind of like, well, hold up. We ain't even been separated or we haven't even been broken up for like that long. But he's all like, look, man, it was one long summer. And so Murray gave it up probably like a season ago. I don't know if it was with those hippie girls or what. But so yeah, so basically after Murray realizes his faults and everything, because they told him, look, man, you know, you're going way too much with like the blood and stuff for the little kids. But then calling it like the horror house of smelliness or something like that, you went too silly with them. And so he's trying to understand, like, to have a nice balance between like what's too scary and what's not for like these little kids. And so Dion's all like, one day they're gonna talk about like, who he slept with and stuff. Because eventually they will get back together towards the end of the series. But yeah, this was just like a really fun, kooky, like Scream type episode. And like, you have to watch it and just see how hilarious this is on YouTube. That wasn't that spooky. Alright, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.